Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey guys, this is SamAttack4427 here with another special video for all of you guys, and yeah, I guess it looks like I need to really get this one out for sure because, well, I guess following up to, of course, when I put up my thoughts video very recently on the Fantastic Four First Steps, I figured now would be a good time for me to finally talk about this subject matter for sure. So yeah, looks like we're in for another one of these response/rant/reaction type of videos that I do on this channel for sure regarding some stuff that has been popping up in the news regarding entertainment or just anything in general for sure. So I figure that this topic should really be discussed upon for sure, and I do felt the need to officially mention this for sure. And now, just to give you some context of course, what I'm referring to by far, if you look back on, of course, on my thoughts video that I did very recently on the Fantastic Four First Steps, yeah, pretty much of anything, it did actually go over on, of course, the things I did talk about that film and how much I really enjoyed it for sure, to which honestly, I'm really glad I actually did get to see it, and yes, I really did enjoy it for sure, and you bet if I ever do have some time, I would definitely love to see this movie again, or even better yet, maybe within a few months from now, I would love to pick it up on Blu-ray for sure, once it actually comes out for sure, but then again, my thoughts video would actually pretty much go over on how much I enjoyed that film. But however, I did mention one thing by far that was only a little brief for sure, but actually deserves its own video for sure. Now, I guess aside from, of course, talking about the movie itself, I did actually mention close to the end of my thoughts video that before the movie officially started, they would actually play the trailer by far for, of course, the next movie that we're going to be getting right around this upcoming December, which is, of course, pretty much the newest movie in the Avatar movie series by far, which is, of course, Avatar: Fire and Ash, and yeah, oddly enough, I did manage to catch that trailer before the movie started for sure, right? And yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, yeah, I was actually really lucky to finally see this right before the movie started for sure, and you bet I'm actually quite interested by far, and yeah, it's kind of similar to, of course, what I experienced earlier this month when I went to see Jurassic World Rebirth, and we got ourselves treated with, of course, the trailer for the next Christopher Nolan movie that we're going to be getting next year, The Odyssey, to which, yes, by the way, I'm really excited to see that film once it comes out, and you bet your ass I'm going to catch that movie in IMAX once it actually comes out, because, hey, Christopher Nolan really does love shooting his movies in IMAX, so of course I would actually see his next film in IMAX. But yeah, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the trailer for Avatar: Fire and Ash, and yeah, I did bring this up because if you actually pay attention very recently on YouTube or any other social media platform by far, they did actually put up the trailer very recently online as we speak, and yeah, I was actually lucky enough to actually catch that pretty much around the time I got home earlier today by the time I'm recording this, because I have some things to take care of, and yeah, pretty much what I said in my latest thoughts video is actually quite true. I actually do think the trailer we actually got for Avatar Firing Ash actually does look interesting, and yeah, I guess what better way to, of course, pretty much get ourselves prepped up for, of course, the end of this year coming up would definitely have to be, well, another Avatar movie for sure. So yeah, either way, I guess pretty much my overall thoughts on the trailer that we got for Avatar Firing Ash. It actually does look interesting from what I can gather. It's keeping up, of course, what we seen previously with the last Avatar movie that we got before, Avatar The Way of Water, but also managed to really bring something new and creative at the same time, while also still trying to keep the same charm and spirit of course, the other films for sure, and yeah. And I guess it is actually for a good reason from what I can gather. So yeah, you bet I'm definitely pretty much actually quite interested in seeing this movie by far once it actually does come out. But although I will say pretty much when it comes to the Avatar movies by far, well, I guess pretty much of anything, if you know my history very recently when it comes to these movies for sure, yeah, I might have pretty much quite a surprising reaction, pretty much much like everyone else when the first movie first came about, pretty much in late 2009 for sure. Yeah, pretty much of anything, seeing how this was, of course, the film that's given to us by well-known filmmaker James Cameron by far, and yeah, and given to his track record with, of course, plenty of movies that he's actually done over the years for sure. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that Avatar is, of course, one of the massive staples that he has actually done in recent years for sure. Not only giving us some really great visuals by far, but also really showcasing some really great 3D effects for sure that helped revolutionize pretty much that medium for quite a few years now. But however, the one massive criticism that preventing it from being a good movie for sure is that the story was just absolutely crap for sure, and yeah, I did have that kind of a same effect with, of course, when I saw it by far for sure, and bear in mind, I actually did go see pretty much Avatar alongside pretty much my grandmother and my sister, who are really looking forward to seeing this movie for sure, and I can understand that they like it hands down, but for me, I do think it's fine for sure looking back on it. Yeah, it is fine for what it is, and like I said, it does have great visuals, but I really don't like the story from what I can gather, because, well, it is kind of pretty much just being like all the other movies that came out during the 90s that are spreading some environmental messages for sure. You name it, from, of course, Fern Gully to Pocahontas to Dances with Wolves, and that's just to name me a few from what I can gather. So yeah, I may not be the biggest fan of course, the first Avatar movie by far, but I can't necessarily say it's a bad flick altogether. There are some parts of it that I really do like for sure, and for while I can't necessarily say it's a great movie for what it is, I really do get the idea on why people like it for sure, and that's totally fine. Yeah, there are some parts of it that I really do like for sure, and that's totally fine. And of course, if you may recall, a few years ago, I did have the privilege to finally talk about one of the pretty much one of the recent sequels that we actually got, which was, of course, The Way of Water, and yeah. And despite the fact that I was incredibly sick and my voice was going because, well, around the time my parents and I sadly got COVID around that time, and I was really feeling under the weather for sure, but I did pull through just fine regardless, hands down. But yeah, needless to say, regardless of course where I was at health-wise, I did manage to, I do have the energy to actually see Avatar: The Way of Water when it first came out, and yeah, if you have seen my thoughts video on that, I guess there's no doubt in my mind that I really do like it for sure. Though I can't necessarily say it's actually pretty much on par like the first film, hands down, but there are some parts in, of course, the second film I do think are massive improvements compared to the first film, like, of course, pretty much of anything compared to the first film, the story, and, of course, The Way of Water is a bit of an improvement compared to the first film by far for sure, and yeah, and everything else about it actually does make it, again, not a great film for sure, but definitely a really good sequel nonetheless, so yeah, I guess it's safe to say that I do have my fair share of reactions with the first two Avatar movies for sure. And for while I can't necessarily say they're great films all the way, I do like them for what they are for sure, and yeah. I guess pretty much, if anything, it did leave a massive impact, hands down, for sure, and yeah, and I do think we can give credit to James Cameron for actually making the Avatar movies what they are now, for sure. I mean, let's really face it, pretty much give it to your reactions to, of course, pretty much the Avatar movies. Really bear this in mind. This is coming from the same guy who has not only made Arnold Schwarzenegger a well-known name with the Terminator movies, and of course has pretty much developed a really great remake of True Lies, hands down. And of course, bear in mind, if you think pretty much what he's done with Avatar wasn't enough for you, pretty much like the past films that I've actually mentioned by far, it's also coming from the same guy who has actually made The Sinking of the Titanic a cinematic landmark for sure. And that's for good reason from what I can gather, so yeah. I guess pretty much of anything, would you rather actually see two Avatar movies with, of course, pretty much James Cameron pretty much showcasing the world of Pandora and, of course, the Na'vi that reside on it? Or, of course, pretty much of anything, pretty much another round of his, pretty much his attempt in showing off the sinking of the Titanic, hands down? Well, none of that matters anyways because, well, pretty much all those movies that I've actually mentioned are actually pretty much are big successes when they first came out, and yeah, even to this day, with not just the first two Avatar movies, but also Titanic are, of course, are amongst plenty of the pretty much a few of the highest grossing films of all time, hands down, so yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, that would pretty much of anything, we can give James Cameron credit for actually making the Avatar movies what they are now for sure, and you bet they're actually still going on with, of course, these movies for sure, even after Disney officially got their hands on Fox for sure, so yeah. I think it's what I can say on that front for sure. Now, I guess in regards to, of course, the trailer we actually got for Firing Ash for sure, I guess it is quite interesting to really finally see this really actually coming to life for sure, and yeah, pretty much it is showcasing, of course, what he has to do for sure. Again, pretty much keeping up on, of course, where we left off with the previous film that came beforehand. But I guess pretty much if anything, it wants to bring in some new and inventive ideas to make it fresh and relevant, so that way it can actually keep on going with, of course, with the story that it's actually trying to present for sure. I guess pretty much of anything, probably I guess pretty much one of the main aspects when it comes to the Avatar movies is definitely showcasing the world of Pandora for sure, and yeah, I I guess pretty much of anything with what we got with, of course, the last film we actually got, I think it is showcasing that we want to see more of the world of Pandora for sure. And actually meet other tribes of the Na'vi, hands down, that actually deserves to be explored more, hands down. And I guess for the sake of firing Ash, hands down, you bet we're gonna be getting a brand new tribe, hands down. And yeah, I gotta say, the new tribe they actually showcase for the Na'vi, hands down, they actually do look very impressive, hands down. Not only threatening with of course their characteristics and their personalities for sure, but also, seeing how the tribe in the last film does revolve around water, this one we're gonna be getting actually revolves around fire, hands down. So yeah, I guess it is quite interesting to really think about for sure, and yeah. Pretty much, given to what I've actually seen for sure, I really do think the new tribe are actually nice, welcome additions for, of course, this movie that we're going to be getting for sure. And I'm really intrigued, of course, what they're actually showcasing by far, so yeah. And I guess pretty much of anything, it does kind of make sense to have them pretty much having part of the tribe be associated with fire, hands down. So of course they're actually going to play around with, of course, the idea of course, the tribe actually utilizing fire to their advantage for sure. Hell, I didn't even say pretty much during one shot in the trailer, he actually showcased a volcano by far. So I think maybe, I guess, probably by the time the film comes out for sure, maybe they might do something with that, hands down, but who knows? I could be wrong from what I can gather, because, well, the movie hasn't even come out yet for sure, so we're probably gonna have to wait and see, hands down. So yeah. I guess pretty much, if anything, everything else from what I've actually seen in the trailer, yeah, it is definitely going to play out on, of course, what we're going to be getting with, of course, all the other films that actually came beforehand for sure. And I'll be really intrigued on, of course, what they're actually going to do once they actually do come around by far. And I do hope they will play a big role with, of course, what it's actually trying to do for sure. So yeah, but needless to say, I really do think they might have something going with, of course, this movie for sure. And who knows, maybe much like the last film, maybe it might actually keep some stuff that we actually like, but also maybe improve some things that the first film was lacking for sure. But that'll be hard to say later on down the road, because you may never know what will actually come around. But regardless on that, I still do believe that, regardless of course, where they're at right now, maybe I do think the Avatar movies actually deserve a place in cinematic history by far, so yeah. And I know that's saying a whole lot, because I know a lot of people pretty much are saying, oh, what about Avatar The Last Airbender? Isn't that great as well? Well, actually, yes, but that is far different compared to James Cameron's Avatar that we're getting as well for sure, so yeah, and trust me, the entirety of the Avatar The Last Airbender franchise actually deserves its own video later on down the road, but we'll have to wait and see on that, so yeah, but regardless on that, Avatar still definitely holds a place in cinematic history for sure. Not only currently being one of the highest grossing films of all time, hands down, but it is one of many films out there that really want to showcase, of course, on how 3D can be done for movies for sure. And thankfully that did last pretty much quite a long time for sure. Not by a whole lot, but still quite a long time, regardless for sure. And it's not just Avatar that deserves that recognition, but also others as well, like, of course, the original How to Train Your Dragon and Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland as well, so yeah. But yeah, needless to say, I really do think regardless of course, how we feel about all these films for sure, all of the Avatar movies definitely deserve a place in cinematic history regardless for sure. And yeah, no matter what we can say about them, whether we thought they're good or bad, hands down, they're still gonna leave a massive impact nonetheless, hands down for sure. And I guess pretty much of anything, even after pretty much they acquired Fox not too long ago, Disney is still going to keep pretty much keep the Avatar movies still going strong, hands down. And even some parts outside of course, the movies still left a massive impact for sure. Like, of course, Pandora, the world of Avatar, actually is still one of the massive staples in the Disney parks in recent years for sure. So yeah, either way, I guess pretty much of anything, even after the movies, Avatar actually does leave a massive impact in other mediums, hands down. So yeah. But yeah, I guess either way, I guess there's no stopping these movies, hands down for sure. Whatever ideas they can actually throw in, hands down, maybe I guess they actually deserve a place to actually still be, to still get that cinematic gold for sure. And yeah, pretty much if anything, I do hope the Avatar movies will actually keep on going for years to come for sure, right up until their massive conclusion by far. To which is actually interesting to note by far, because right around after this, they're already hard at work on, of course, Avatar 4 and 5 as of now for sure. The latter of which will definitely have to be the final filming that series, hands down. But I guess if anything, we'll definitely wait and see later on down the road on what ideas they'll come up with to really give us that massive conclusion, hands down. And currently, as of now, for sure, when it comes to this movie, we just only have the trailer as we speak. But I'll be really excited to see on what they're gonna pull off, hands down, once it actually does come out for sure. So yeah, and I guess pretty much of anything, I do hope it will actually pretty much get that same amount of success the first two films had for sure. So yeah, if you actually got the time, I say definitely check out the trailer for, of course, this movie for sure. And right now, for the main movie itself, hands down, it's currently slated to come out on December 19th of 2025. That'll be coming up for sure. So yeah, it's probably gonna be a long ways away, hands down, but I'll be really looking forward to seeing on what they're gonna do once it actually does come out around that time. So you bet I'm definitely gonna be looking forward to that, hands down. And it's actually quite interesting because it's not just Avatar Fire and Ash as well, but there are also a few other movies that are slated to come out right around December of this year coming up as well. Like, of course, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the SpongeBob movie Search for SquarePants, and the 2025 remake of Anaconda. So yeah. We'll definitely see on how those three movies will do on top of course, Avatar Fire and Ash for sure. While, of course, the two remaining sequels as of now, pretty much the fourth film won't be out until 2029, and the fifth and final film won't be out until 2031. So I guess they still got a long ways away up until those two movies come out as well, But hey, regardless on that, we still got this movie to look forward to, hands down. So you bet I'm definitely going to be looking forward to seeing it for sure. Will I guarantee that this movie will actually be great? Probably not, hands down. But if it can actually meet the same success as the first two films had, then yeah, I think pretty much of anything, my reaction would probably be the same as how I felt with the first two films for sure. Or maybe it might be different, who knows, so yeah. I guess either way, right up until then, I say definitely check out the trailer for, of course, the new Avatar movie for sure. It's currently up online as we speak for sure. But you can still see on the big screen if you go see Fantastic Four First Steps for sure. So I guess I'll leave you at that for the time being for sure. So yeah, we still got about another like 4 to 5 months right up until the film comes out for sure. But I'll be really looking forward to seeing what's gonna go down for sure. So we'll definitely keep our hopes up on this one, hands down, and we'll keep our fingers crossed for sure. So yeah, whatever the case may be, I definitely know this movie is definitely one that is definitely worth saying. Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna need another nice trip to the world of Pandora for sure. So yeah. That's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and by all means, I want to ask all of you guys, what do you think of the trailer for Avatar Firing Ash, if you've actually seen it for yourself, and are you excited or not looking forward to seeing this movie once it actually comes out for sure? Let me know down in the comments down below, and yeah, just to see on what you guys think for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and well, I guess speaking of movie news by far, I guess pretty much for my next video, we're definitely gonna stick to movie news, yes, but on a little something that I did talk about months ago for sure, that we got a massive update on. Yeah, I'll definitely leave you guys at that. So yeah, I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.